And with that, it is time for some Tunic. Take it away, Radicoon.
Brad, with me is Viv.
Hello, thanks for having me.
And this is Tunic, an isometric action adventure about a tiny fox in a big world where you explore the wilderness, fight monsters, and find secrets. This is your last spoiler warning. This game is best experienced with no knowledge. So if you haven't played this, you plan to play it, please donate $25, stand up and exit, and come back in an hour for Mario Odyssey. Otherwise, if you don't care about that, or you've played the game before, stay tuned. We're going to be running all relics and the restricted category. All relics means we're going to be collecting the 6 hero relics in the hero's grave, which means we need the laurels, which adds a little bit to your standard any percent run. Restricted is going to twist that on its head a little bit because this is like a glitchless run, but we're also not going to be allowed to do a lot of in-game mechanics that you learn kind of late in the game. Tunic is all about learning things that you could have done the whole time that you never knew, and some of those late-game things kind of always force speedruns to go a certain route, and that can get boring, right? It's flashy, it's fun, but we're going to play it. It's going to end up looking like maybe what your first playthrough looked like. We're going to not be allowed to abuse death planes to kill bosses. We're not going to be able to clip through walls or doors. So it's like glitchless plus. We call it restricted. Show of hands. Who wants to have fun in this run? Yeah, okay. All right, keep your hand up if you're going to donate $1 for every death. Oh, all of you? Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, fun incentive. I'll donate $1 for every death. But there should be like 15 or less.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Tunic is it's a really fragile run. It's really tightly routed, especially when we can't do a bunch of flashy tricks. So, I may have to dip out to Windows Explorer to like delete some autosaves. Yeah, you never know. I'll try my best, but $1 per death should be still pretty cheap. And if we all do it together, we'll blow away the total. So that's cool. Last bit, I do love a little bit of crowd involvement. So a lot of times in this run, we're going to be praying. Spoilers. I did give a spoiler warning. So we're going to be praying at these little obelisks. And if you would like to participate, in chat, if you have your bless emotes, that would be great. If you just want to put your hands together, if you want to like anything you want to do, feel free. And
just have fun with that.
Yeah. And I guess just to finish it off, this is my first in-person marathon, so thank you so much, Fastest First, for the opportunity. I think this is your first commentary as well?
It is, yeah.
All right, so with that, I guess give me a countdown, we'll get started. Oh yeah, it's, yes, please. What did win? we should know.
Oh, right. We had a bit of a bid war going, didn't we? Let's click some buttons. Where'd it go? So we were bidding on the color of the tunic for this wonderful little fox. And if I'm seeing everything correctly, one last check. The winning tunic, I apologize for that slight delay, will be the Ace/Demi tunic at $236 raised.
Thank you. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Silent Destroyer. He works on the randomizer mod, also a really good runner of this game. He put together this little mod for me so that we can set colors ahead of time, so you don't have to go to the changing room to get custom colors. So we've already got that dialed in. Thank you, host. And now I think we're good to go. Oops, well, okay. Hold on.
False start.
A little too excited. Here's a preview of what the game might look like in a few seconds. So we actually, if you mess up the codes at the beginning, you can't even restart for like the first 13 seconds.
True.
So just false start, no problem. That happens sometimes. Okay, let me delete this save so we're just completely clean. Okay, I'm not touching it until I get
Now we're ready. We're good.
Okay. All right, Biff.
Okay.
Tell me what we're doing first.
Okay, so right off the bat, Rad will bring in 2 bombs using a secret code that, honestly, some people go through the entire game without knowing about, like me. And this game is packed full of so many secrets, it's insane. But okay, in a normal casual playthrough, the game tries to push you to the Eastern Forest to ring the Eastern Bell first. But using these bombs, we're able to clear some bushes that we would normally need the sword for. And in doing this, we're going to go through Ruined Atoll and into Frog's Domain to get the magic orb first. And this is a usual hookshot type item that is useful for mobility and getting to other areas really quickly. And actually now Rad is about to take a save, and this is important because later on he's going to do a death warp, and that is when you purposely take a death to basically just go back to the overworld quickly, because walking back is pretty slow.
If you never found this chest, it's okay.
I didn't.
Oh, let's go.
Nice.
So we throw that firebomb through the wall in a very precise angle. I'm actually using a D-pad setup. I have mapped WASD to my D-pad to be able to get precise digital movement because this game's isometric and the camera doesn't move a ton. The D-pad, or I guess controller or keyboard controls, can be very precise, so we use that sometimes. But yeah, let's talk about Restricted. I know I gave a little bit of an intro, but we've got a little bit of a walk to Frog's Domain. So Restricted doesn't let you ice grapple. If you know what that means, then you have a little bit more insight. We try to not... It used to be called no major skips. Ori originally came up with this category, so shout-outs to Ori. We had to rename it Restricted when the game evolved a little bit. I am intentionally picking up that 15 bits. That will actually be important. Actually, do you want to talk about money routing right now?
Yeah. We pick up money. We actually route in to get several chests to give us money, and that is because we need to upgrade our attack 3 times to level 4. And that is important so we can kill some bosses more efficiently and do it as fast as we can, basically.
Yeah, this is the only category. Well, this is the only rule set and mostly categories. Sam, don't. That frog's name's Sam. Shoutouts to Sam.
Bye, Sam.
Yeah, it's the only time we actually get to do upgrades, which means there's like a whole nother excuse to have upgrade tech. Okay. So this, that might have been too slow. I might have to quit and continue here. We'll see if I can sneak it in. Ooh,
nice.
Okay. Yeah, that
can be really tight.
Yeah, that frog is on a cycle, and if you whiff any of the ladders, you have to start over. Oh, okay. I did not get the tongue there. All right. So yeah, most categories do not run through Frog's Domain, so it's pretty cool to get to see lots of the game, which is one of the reasons I love this category. But also one of the reasons I love it is because this money, this $100. Some of the larger bit chests help us on that upgrade path. All right. These enemies approaching look a little scary, but pretty easily manipulatable.
Nice job.
And then we're going to run in and get our first attack upgrade, just like we were just talking. And we'll be sacrificing this tooth here shortly. Shoutouts to the update, which made this room like 10 times darker than it was before, and I get stuck here all the time. Okay. Nice. Also, shoutouts to this wonderful contrast on this monitor. I can see like better than I can at home, so like,
it looks great.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, thank you, fastest first.
Okay. Okay. Where is my mouse?
I got you.
Okay. All right. No more mouse.
Goodbye, mouse.
So on most categories, I would just death warp there. But in Restricted, we actually can power like 2 of the 4 fuses we need in the atoll faster if we just do it now. So there's a little bit different routing here. For those prayers out there, we're about to get our first fuse.
Get ready. Get ready with your hands, your ohms, or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. See? If we all do it together. The power of friendship. Okay. So we just run to the other one. This is pretty basic. Just want to skip that. Yeah, this is cakes. He helps us damage down a little bit. Oh, Cakes, come on, buddy.
missed.
There you go. If you were doing like a world record attempt, you'd probably take 2 bites there, but we'll be a little marathon safe here. Also, one big benefit to doing these fuses early, I guess 3rd and 4th in most categories, is that chest on the left side of the screen. There you go. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This chest also has 100 bits. Oh, normally that would be death, but I left just a little bit of health. See, that's why marathon safety.
Marathon
okay.
safe.
So this is our first death. Sorry for those who are donating for death, but we left bombs equipped, so when we go into this mandatory cutscene on first death, we can just skip it. I don't know if you count that as a death or not, because we like kind of died in the afterworld. I don't know.
It's up to you.
Yeah, it's your call. I'm going to quickly open this shortcut, and we will not see the benefits of this shortcut until about 40 minutes from now.
It's very close to the end of the game.
Yeah. So, Biff, tell me about Glass Cannon.
Okay, so Rad is going to head into the Eastern Forest now, and he's going to collect a very important trinket. It is called Glass Cannon. And this is important because when you equip it, it has several effects. One, it drops your health to 1 HP, which is important for those death warps like you just saw Rad do. When you're at low health, you can obviously die faster to warp back faster. And also, it gives your weapon a firepower. So the bushes that we will encounter, which normally take a sword to get through, we could use like a stick to get through instead.
A stick, you say?
A stick.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, spoilers! We're about to get a
Yeah.
stick.
Okay, we're headed into East Forest now. This is normally the first area you'd go in the game if you were like routing casually, I guess. That's a weird way to say that, but you know, whatever. But I'm actually going to do some equipping and menuing here as I fall. Oh, okay. Or just whip a ladder. That happens. Okay, there's Glass Cannon. All right. Menuing does not stop the timer in Tunic, so we really don't have a ton of time to like get free menuing. So anytime we have free time, when we're like falling off a ladder, opening a chest, that kind of thing, we take it to save time. This is a very scary part of the run. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
Nice, you got
okay,
it.
we're good.
oh, it's scary because you're at 1 health, 1 hit.
No idea how many
Gotta
times
go
I've
back.
died there.
Yeah, nice job.
Okay, now I'm gonna bait this guy out and roll through his attack. Yeah, that's. Remember, I have 1 HP right now. Okay. Weirdly, when you're equipping trinkets like Glass Cannon, the timer does stop. So while menuing is, well, free menuing time is like few and far between, menuing in the trinket area is like you got to be as fast as possible because that does waste time. Okay, everybody, quiet time. First boss.
It's a tough
Hold
one.
your breath. Ooh. Sir? Ooh. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Oh, nice
all right,
job. First try.
good. Okay. So if you were doing PB attempts, you probably would not pick up this potion. Woo! What happened? Oh, 5,000. Nice.
If
nice.
I could wedge in for a minute. We have just passed $5,000. Way to go, everybody! The sky's the limit from here.
Absolutely awesome. And the bell like celebrated for us.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just gonna take a little bit of a safety route through here. Nice. This is actually a pretty good time. I'll take it. So convenient routing here. Because we have the orb early, we can just transition from East Forest right here. Prairie time. Oh wow, y'all generated an ice bomb for me. Thank you. That's gonna be really useful coming up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Biff, do you want to talk about what's coming up?
Sure. No problem. So we're going to head to the forest and activate some fuses, which is going to unlock a warp pad that is going to get us to the siege engine fight much quicker later on the run. But in order to get through there, we have to go through a very dark area called Beneath the Earth. And normally you would head to Below the Well first to pick up a lantern so you can see in this dark area, but Rad here is a pro and he doesn't need to see. He
We'll
can.
see.
You got this.
We will see. Get it? Yeah. Okay.
But basically, we can just go through this area using muscle memory, regular memory in order to get through this area. And we're also going to pick up a very important item here, and that is the muffling bell trinket. And what this does is when it's worn, you can run closer to enemies without aggroing them, which is very, very helpful for this run.
Say goodbye to the plush. The spiders want the plush more than I do. Okay.
Yeah, and there's the muffling bell right there.
Yeah. This is where I ask you to talk about the muffling bell, but I don't know if you just did or not. So.
I did.
Okay. All right. Well, that was Lanternless. Dark Cave, Under the Well, beneath the Eastern Vault, whatever you want to call it. I think the game is even inconsistent about like proper nouns sometimes. So, okay. Let's see if this ice bomb works. Oh, let's go. You have no idea how many times that freezes me as well. Oh, a little more. Ooh.
You got it. And also the muffling bell allows it to run up to this pretty much undetected.
That's why we freeze that wizard, because he does not want us to pray. All right, already. Wow, y'all are getting good. You just warped in a chest. We don't have time to check it, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, like Biff was saying, this is the end of the Forest Fortress for us. There's actually like a lot left. Hold on. Boop. Okay, there you go.
Brad, why'd you do that?
So I want to upgrade my attack. But I also want this guy to hit me in the back of the head. Thank you. Okay. So now we're on fire and we're dead. But we did skip the upgrade cutscene, so now our attack is at 2. And we don't have to watch that mandatory cutscene. Nice. We're back in the overworld and we're just like going fast.
Gotta go fast.
So what's next? Pepper and Wand. Do you want to explain
Sure,
either of those?
Yeah, the Fire Wand, it's a very important item, which will be used in an ice combo attack, which will be seen later in the run. And also, we're getting some peppers. And what that does is when consumed, it increases your attack by 1 level for 60 seconds. And that is also going to be helpful in 2 of the boss fights coming up.
Yeah, control of this game is actually pretty interesting. You can kind of cue inputs a little bit, and it feels like a fighting game combo kind of play. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very fun. Okay.
Nice. So now we're going into the Dark Tomb, another dark area, but we are doing it lanternless as well. And we're pretty much doing 2 things here.
Oh, okay.
The first thing we're doing is getting the... you got it?
We're fine.
Nice. Okay. We're going to pick up the orange peril ring item. And another trinket. And what this does, it's basically like the red tear stone ring, I believe, from Dark Souls. And that is, if you have low health, I think it's below 20%, your attack is doubled. And that is, of course, super helpful for getting rid of...
chest, please.
Oh,
okay.
Nice. Good job. And yeah, it helps us just beat some bosses quickly. But that also means that we're going to be at low health for pretty much a lot of the run.
I'm going to have to just do that, yeah.
Nice.
Secrets, don't worry about it. Okay.
And now we have to continue through the rest of the Dark Tomb, again lanternless. And I've recently been learning this this run here, and this area is really, really tricky. You have to avoid spikes. You don't want to aggro enemies. There's like statues that like shoot you. It's insane.
Yeah. Quiet time for a second, because I am like really low on health. So this is going to be interesting, because you have to take a little damage here. And, oh, that was close. All right. All right. Okay.
Nice. And that's Dark Tomb. Good work.
Nope, we're done.
Oh, not.
That's fine. That's fine. We can run through. The door's already open. Luckily, a mistake here is not a big deal, because the save is right here. So if I have to make a mistake in the run anywhere, that's a good one.
It happens.
And we get all our health back, so it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, that whole area looks pretty scary, but like on the scale of tricks to learn in Tunic, it's actually pretty well routed, especially if you can use like keyboard movement, digital movement. So like just running into these spikes and just up, up, left, up. It's okay. Well, please, thank you. Well, it usually works. Running Tunic, it's a fragile speedrun. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You don't have a lot of margin of error. Okay.
What is nice in this section, though, is if you use your magic orb, you can kind of see it. You can see the little fox holding it, which kind of gives you your position in the room. But unfortunately, it doesn't illuminate anything else around you, so it's only so helpful. But still, any bit counts or helps.
Okay. So that's what it actually looks like. Okay. Anyway, I did most of that.
Yeah, that was basically first try.
Okay. So, let's see. We're into Rest Garden now. The game kind of teases you, like, look, the bell's right up there.
Oh,
and
so
then
close.
you're just like never close enough. Yeah. But what are we about to pick up? You want to talk about that a little
Yeah,
bit?
we're about to finally pick up our sword, and actually, this sword here is one of 2 swords, I believe, in the game. And the developers actually placed this sword here for speedrunners in order to like help us come up with several different potential routes for this. And I believe there's also 3 sticks in the game too to pick up potentially.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it kind of devalues the sword too. It's like, oh, maybe you went through the whole game thinking like this is the master sword or a magic sword, and then you get another one and you're like, oh, okay, I guess it was just nothing. So, but yeah, they didn't know what kind of routing we were going to do with it. They just put it there just in case, and turns out we can take advantage of it. Ian, do we have any donations or announcements?
I was actually hoping I could squeeze in a couple here. We have so many, a lot of people cheering you on, and a lot of people very excited for what's coming next. One in particular, Music Quill, donates $420.
Jeez, let's go.
And says, hey Rad and Fastest Spurs team, I just want to send a quick note to say I love and appreciate you guys for all the incredible work you guys do. I am continuously amazed by all of the love and effort that goes into these events, and I consider myself so incredibly lucky to be part of such a special group of people. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to the next live event. Good luck on the run, pal.
Thank you, Quill. Very, very, very generous of you. Thank you. Okay, so we saved at the bottom of West Garden. We picked up the Ice Dagger, and we've got Glass Cannon back on because guess what? It's time to intentionally die again. We want to get up to attack 3. As you know, the manual. Well, as you might know, the manual. Oh, I am a little low on money. Okay, here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna improvise on 1 HP. No worries. Honestly, I'm happy that I can at least improvise. Like I'll take it. You know,
It's part of the fun in the TUNIC run.
we're gonna be still a little short, so let's see. We need to be at 2 or no, 150 was fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you 150.
Okay, well so now I need to get Glass Cannon on again.
Gentlemen, if I could have a
tight.
moment.
Go ahead.
Excellent. Quick shout outs to Skyfox. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in to the entire community. I'd like to let you know what we're doing here. Fastest Spurs Live at FWA 2023 is raising money for FWA's chosen charity, Animal Park at the Conservative Center. Animal Park's a non-profit independent zoological park located in Burlington, North Carolina, whose mission is to educate people, care for animals, and advocate for species. They have been in operation for 24 years, supporting wildlife education and conservation. To learn more about their missions and programs, please visit animalparknc.org. And donate if you are able to by using the command !donate in the chat or by visiting www.fastspurs.com/donate.
Okay, so coming up next is the first actual boss of the fight. It's the Garden Knight, and just a second ago you saw Rad damage down in order to get into the peril state with his peril ring, so he has double damage on this boss. And this boss is actually pretty tricky. A lot can go wrong here, but there is a mechanic in this game called Poise that Rad will be taking advantage of. I think this was also taken from, or this is a thing in Dark Souls as well, where if you do a certain amount of damage, you can cause the boss to like stagger back and not attack you for a little bit. So you got it first job. Nice.
Whew,
That's a
back
tricky
on
one.
track.
Nice.
And it's technically our second boss if you count the Garden Captain, but
Technically.
he wasn't doing a very good job, so that's fair.
Not the best guard.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got all our major items now. We've got the orb, we've got the wand, we've got the dagger, and we are headed into sort of like collecting. Well, we have both bells as well, so we're heading into collecting the 3 keys that we need to place inside the sealed temple. Just because of proximity to where we end the bell search, we're going into the quarry first. We finally get to pray again. There, that's right, that's right. I bet a bunch of you thought you were off the hook, but no, there's plenty more praying
We
to
got
go.
a couple more.
Okay.
Coming up too.
Do you want to talk about what I'm about to do?
You mean the trick that was actually named after you?
Yeah, the quarter-second save.
It's named after you. I think you should be the one to explain it.
Okay, so when you're praying, you can use the wand and keep praying, and it saves 20 feet of running.
Hey, every second counts. That's called the rad slide?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad the most pointless trick in Tunic is named after me.
Hey, still saves time.
Of course he did. It's fine, whatever. Okay, this is our last attack upgrade. The scabs just run up and finish the job, so it's fine. So yeah, saving here, it's great because we have access to this teleporter for later. Gonna switch back to Muffling Bell. And the fastest way to damage down, to get in that orange peril ring range so we can do double damage with the sword, is to actually just take a sniper shot there. And then now you're gonna see the power of Muffling Bell. Other than like enemies directly in our path, we can just sort of walk through the entire quarry without alerting anybody. And yes, Biff, I will grapple the sniper. I will not go for it. Okay.
Gotta be marathon safe.
Yes. It's failed too many times. I will roll through that firecracker though at 1 HP, no problem. Okay, so we have two more marketable plushies, and we'll be getting a third later. And yeah, if all goes well, I'm just not really going to draw much attention here. I am exploring this area without the mask, so we are going to get some funky audio-visual effect here.
It's kind of pretty. I like it.
And there's your marathon safe sniper.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, he's trying. Yeah. Okay. Well, we've got a little bit of a very bit crushing audio-visual experience as we run to the ziggurat. So I think we should all just give a shout out to all the staff at Fastest First for setting this up at FWA. Like, how crazy is this? Seriously.
This is awesome.
Like, as much work as you think went into making this happen, it's probably double that. So thank you so much. And I just got stuck on the wall. That's fine. Okay. So so we're in the ziggurat now, or the question mark, question mark, question mark.
Do you want me to save and quit?
No, I do it here.
Oh, you do it here?
Yeah, just to keep you on your toes. Oh. Yeah. So you want to save and quit after all that miasma burn because it resets your life bar to 100%. But remember, we took that sniper shot all the way back up at the quarry save. And because of that, we are still in peril range after we save and quit and continue. So this is our auto-scroll elevator. So if we have any donations or announcements, now would be a good time.
We have plenty of them. We have $25 from Pronzo that says, "Good luck, Rad. Great work, Fastest First team in the live event." Thank you so much for that. Omega Full following through with the $10 donation. Audience Howell, here's the $10 awoo. Tanner Rack with $15 says, "Good luck, Rad. Super excited to see the run in person." Do I have time for more?
Sure.
Excellent. Anonymous donates $20, says, "Hey, Rad, I'd say good luck, but you got this. Let's have some fun." JD Puppy donates $5, says, "Super excited for this Tunic run." And a special message for the commentator. Nerds!
Wow, JD, okay.
$100 from Dante Wolf, saying, "Hello from the one fursuiter in the audience."
Oh, come on.
Let me know if I can keep going.
Well, give me just a second.
Yep.
Just want to make sure this goes well.
quick admin fight here that Rad takes out through breaking its poison, staggering it back again.
Yep, that's one of those, like, the reason you get shot by the sniper like 5 minutes ago is for that fight. So, and now we're just descending the tower because we're not allowed to skip it because this is restricted, so go ahead.
All right. We got $15 from Lion Pool saying, good luck. Ruffy donates $20, says, good luck, Rad. We're all rooting for ya. JD Poppy donates $5, says, one ticket to the $5 donation train, please. We started this marathon with Spyro. We end this marathon with Spyro. Interesting. Perhaps take a look at the incentives page. Terry donates $50 and says, why are you always running away from me? I just want to be friends. Good luck in the rest of the run.
Appreciate it, Terry. Okay, so this is an auto-scroller elevator we call the lore elevator, so this is like legit your last chance before spoilers. I mean, although most of the game is mechanical secrecy, so most of it's spoiled too. But I almost forgot to menu. Don't worry about that. But since this is the lore elevator, I figured I'd give everybody else a little bit of lore. I first saw this game at E3 2018 at home, like live streamed. Thought it looked cool, but I mean, a lot of stuff looks cool at E3. And then 2019 FWA in the old game room, a demo for this game is just sitting in the corner. I have no idea who put it there. No advertisement, no representatives. It was just there. And I'm pretty sure I would not be here tonight if it weren't for that demo. So that's very weird. And now you have some rad lore. Don't worry about the creepy sounds. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah. Okay, and with these firecrackers, we've picked up more than 10. What is the significance of that?
That is significant, and that's because in this game, if you use 10 of any item, you get 1 free per new life. And that is basically so you just don't hoard your items, and you're actually encouraged to use them.
Okay, so I'm actually risking a lot here by not saving in Ziggurat, so we're about to find out if that was like a really bad idea or a really good one. Oh, a little short. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna use the berries. Yeah, let's just try that again. Okay. 1 pixel off. Okay, so we need what, like 1 extra? That's enough, that's enough.
That's good.
Okay. Give this one more shot.
You did pick up the extra backup berries.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
There's actually 3 more right here too, but I'm like afraid to get them without a save.
Oh yeah. All these friends that are just chasing after you.
Okay, attempt number 2. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, why am I rolling? Go, 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 go. I might die here. Okay.
Nice. Awesome.
Please, 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 please. 1 more. Okay. Go. All right, we're good.
So casually, that fight is so tricky. The 2 admins, but luckily we can just freeze them and just do the fuse in the middle and just move right on from them.
Okay. It's time to explain the speedrunner code, Biff.
Sure, the speedrunner code. Okay. So one thing you're going to see Rad do here in a second is activate the speedrunner code. And originally, during this game, when you do an ice shot, which is when you do a combo of the ice dagger and the fire wands, it originally costed 1 mana. But I think the devs found that a lot of people were taking advantage of the low cost and was taking down bosses a little bit too easily. So they increased the cost to 4 mana instead, basically changing it from the cost of a fire wand to the ice dagger. So Rad does the speedrunner code, which puts it right back down to the original 1 mana cost, and you can see it's activated by the little sparkles going on by his head. And also, the scavenger fight is very important for the routing of this run because the scavenger is the biggest, the beefiest boss. Good job. Woo. Nice job.
We have 1 mana left, so that's how tightly that is routed for attack upgrades, that pepper to give us a little bit extra attack. Okay.
Another death warp to get back to.
So somehow I got away with not saving in Ziggurat. I'll take it. Again, damage down. Just take 1 to the chest, and then
no big deal.
And then remember that one fuse on the left we powered in the Forest Fortress, and we were like, we don't really need to finish the rest of this. We can just warp to it now. I'm not like entirely sure if that was intentional. Like, it feels intentional. Like just a little bonus that you can discover if you played the game. But like, we didn't actually open the door into this arena. We just sent power to the power line that powers the portal. So here's our second boss, like immediately, or second main boss immediately. Why don't you give me a rundown on this?
Sure. Okay, the Rad is going to take advantage of poise breaking again and just basically just keep attacking it. And thanks to us having the peril ring and our attack up, we can just keep smacking it with our sword, and it's just going to keep staggering back, and we can just basically have it stun lock the entire fight. Nice.
They hide. Once again, this like little opportunity to menu here while we're waiting for the key to fall. This is a key to the plinth, and I want you all to know that I did not know the word plinth until I played this game. So
I didn't know the word plinth until right now.
Yeah. Key go in plinth. And now we have the red key. We can actually just save and quit to skip that cutscene. 2 down, 1 to go. And we'll just be warping right back to the atoll, which we ran through earlier to get the frogs made. We've already got 2 of the fuses done. We just need 2 more, and we'll be able to get to the library. So most categories, they use the frog that we're about to encounter to ice grapple up and like make short work of this fuse, but we can't do that because we can't ice grapple. But we can do the opposite and grapple the frog.
Just yoink him right down.
Yeah, just get out of there. So, slight deviation. This is probably one of those moments where if you've run another like glitchy category of Tunic, you're like, come on, it's not that different. But I mean, we're speedrunners, so we have to be strict about something. I don't know. So that's 3. We got 1 more, and Biff, tell me about the bird.
Oh, this bird here. This bird, I believe, is one of the only few instances of RNG in the run. The placement of the bird on this mountain here is random. And what it can do is spawn some fairies like just happened, and now we have to hope we don't.
Okay,
we can do that.
Okay, hold on. We got this. Where did he go? Stop.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we basically just hope the bird doesn't make those fairies spawn.
It's Twitter. Okay. We're good.
Nice.
That is how we actually discovered that we could shoot the wand while we were praying, because that's the kind of stuff that happens in Atoll. Okay, we're gonna just sneak around these. See there. All right. Here we go. Oh. Change. Okay. I'll have to do a little bit of menuing there when we get into the library. But we've got a little bit of a walk to the next boss, so Ian, any donations announcements?
I do have more donations. Jonas donates $25, says, "Go, Rad, go!" Anonymous donates $10, donating for the Rad slide.
Excellent. It's worth something.
Moonblaze Wolf donates $30, says this run is 5 stars, because that put us at 5,555. The number keeps climbing, though. We get $6 from Mr. Shasta. Garmfield. We get $15 from Scott Rahul that says, "Wow, this speedrunner seems pretty rad."
Thanks, Scott.
Slayerlink donates $10, says, "Congrats to all the runners, volunteers, and staff for a fun event this weekend. Good luck on your Tunic run."
Can we get a round of applause for the bosses that even in glitchless don't actually get to do anything? I'm sure the librarian appreciates it.
Oh yeah. So what Rad here is doing doing what is called the ice combo, which is where you shoot your fire wand and your ice dagger at the same time, which does an ice shot, which freezes the enemy, and you can swing your sword twice and then just freeze it again, and it's basically stun launched for the entire fight.
Oh, come on. This is like one of the hardest. Just stop there. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna warp again. We have the 3 keys. We've rung the 2 bells. We need to unlock the air. I guess there's like a little bit of lore here too. Just like pro developer contact here for speedrun community. Like this patch came out with the timer you see in the upper left corner, with a lot of other like speedrunner friendly improvements. And part of that was work that we did after actually the first run TUNIC ever did in front of like a charity marathon audience was at Fastest First last spring, I believe. And that kind of like cascaded into a GDQ run and like lots of other runs. And there used to be a frame perfect trick here. And we asked the developer like, hey, can we just pause in this cutscene so we don't have to do that? And oh, weird. Where'd that chest come from? Okay, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, now we used to have to watch the cutscenes in restricted because the cutscene skip was considered like a glitch. But now the playing field is level for everyone, and this run is like 45 seconds faster just because of like one little ability to press start in the cutscene. So shout outs to Andrew Schuldice, TUNIC team. Awesome people. Okay, hello. There you go. Okay, so normally what you do in like a hardcore PB attempt is throw that firecracker, put the key in, firecracker would explode after you put the key in and skip the cutscene, and it would save you like a little bit of time, but that's like really unsafe. But I am gonna try it on this boss fight because it is kind of like a quick kill thing, so give me some quiet time.
Good luck.
Oh. I mean,
It happens.
okay, well, you only get one shot to fight her, so... Nah, just kidding. That's the air quick skip, of course. Normally, you'd have to watch the air, like, come down and bring her sword down and start the fight, and then eventually dispatch you and send you to the 3rd act of the game, which is like... restricted rule set is one of the only rule sets that... Well, it is the only rule set that you would ever have to go to, like, this Link to the Past-esque Dark World. And that's one of the reasons I love this category, because you get to see like the aesthetic. The whole world is cast in blue, and you're a ghost or something. I'm not sure actually what the story is of this game, but so yeah, it's cool to be able to show this off. And I guess we have some time for donations announcements until we get to like halfway through the swamp.
Well, wonderful, because I have some donations for you. Dialuck donates $42.69. Says, "G'day, Rad. Now watched this game before, and I can tell that what you're doing is amazing. All the best, mate." And Badger donates $15. Says, "Bandit Brigade represent."
Thank you, Badger. Okay, so we switched to Muffling Bell here, and we're gonna walk this like really strange route through the swamp because there are ghost foxes that are invisible, and if we aggro any of them, we will not be allowed to pray. Yeah, that's right. And so it looks like a funny route. It's actually pretty easy to do once you like memorize it, but you do have to be careful though. There's several you have to dodge. And let's see, we have to get into the cathedral. I got stuck on geometry there. I hope those guys don't actually chase me now. Guess we're about to find out. But yeah, Muffling Bell is pretty good. It trivializes a lot if you know exactly where to run.
Just run by everything, it's great.
Yeah. So if you've ever watched the speedruns of this before, you're probably like, I don't know what's happening because nobody ever goes here. But if you've played the game casually, then this is probably exactly what you did. So I'm gonna point out something. So when I submitted this to Fastest First, I was dead last on the leaderboard, and then like a month ago, I took world record. And partially is because I learned how to do that. we moved him out of the way. Otherwise, we'd have to fight him on this 1 fox wide hallway and wait for his body to evaporate, and that saves 3 seconds. And so, yeah, even glitchless categories that like where you run around a lot. Turns out it's still really, really hard to get a good time. You can measure that in seconds. And so 3 seconds, that sounds like very little. That's actually like probably the most time save I've found anywhere in this run. So we're going to throw a lure down. These two guys will chase us and cause us a little bit of havoc if we don't throw the lure. So that's one. We have two left. Cathedral looks awesome, so I'm glad to just get to run through it. There's like no speed tech there really, just kind of awesome. Okay, gauntlet time. You wanna talk about the gauntlet a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the gauntlet is basically a bunch of fights in a row. I believe it's 6 fights, and you take on different enemies that you've pretty much seen throughout the run. You have fairies, you have frogs, and honestly, I'm bad at just remembering the names of all the enemies, so I call them all friends. Not to be confused with the actual enemies called friends in the game.
PH.
Yeah, PHREND.
Yeah.
But those friends are not in this gauntlet. Okay, but basically, you need to take care of all of these fights, and you can do them in any order, but we do start with the fairies, because Rad wants to damage down in order to activate the peril ring, which will help us with all the subsequent waves. And the gauntlet is necessary for any of the speedrun categories that require the laurels, which we need in order to get the relics.
Okay, that's good. Guard Knight's back for revenge. We're just gonna take a victory lap real quick.
Just get some cardio in.
Yeah. Always good to stretch exercise. You know, you never know when it's gonna come in handy. No, actually, each one of these fights is timed. All the enemies warp in at exactly the same time and in the same places. So the only time you can really save is between like dispatching the last enemy and starting the next wave. Except this one, where all the enemies pretty much warp in at the same time. Dude, really? Okay. All right, believe it or not, that's already 3 of the 6 waves down. So it goes fast. But we do have 3 to go, and it's just going to be me kind of picking them off one at a time. So, Ian, if you want to take it away, be my guest.
Absolutely. We got a $20 donation from Silent that says, "Good luck on the run, Rad. Become the fastest tonk."
You got it, buddy.
And we are making great progress on that nipple percent run. We are up to 705 out of the $1,000 for we just need 300 more. That 300 would also push us over $6,000. I know you can do it. Let's get on it.
There are 14 skeletons here. They're kind of meant to like all warp in and overwhelm you, but if you take one out every time, then it's literally just like deja vu over again.
And do you know where all of them exactly spawn? Have you memorized that?
Yes. I mean, like, relatively. I don't know, like, the exact coordinates.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Also, this wave, they all spawn in exactly the same spot. So I guess in that sense,
right.
I have memorized it, yes. Except this one guy at the end who just, like, surprises you and then... Okay, I saved the frogs for last, which is probably not the best idea because if I die here, we have to do the whole gauntlet over. Well, that's okay. Not a big deal. I do remember where they spawn, relatively. Turns out, when you're stuck in a 5-minute semi-auto-scroller for hundreds and hundreds of attempts, you do kind of just develop like a sixth sense of where they start.
It's true. And that's why you're the world record holder for this run.
If you say so. Okay. One more frog. All right.
Awesome.
That's it. That's the gauntlet. The literal fox in this game is about to become a speedrunner. Okay. And now we zip. Zip, zip. So I usually play this on 120, and for some reason I just can't like skip very fast at 60. So apologies. But the cycle we're gonna follow now, we actually have to collect the 6 hero relics now. So the cycle is gonna be about the same. We find the burial site or whatever the relic warp to the hero's grave is, we dash up, we grab the relic, and then we quit and continue right when we gain it, right when the save file is written to, like right there. And then we're going to death warp out, and then just kind of like rinse and repeat. As long as I can throw this well. Okay. All right, now you're in for a treat if I can do this right. So give me just a second.
Where's the fox going?
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, there you go. So you just, you know, I don't exactly know how to explain that, but like you're asleep when the game respawns you at this checkpoint because we haven't saved since we went to the Dark World, and you can only dash like 6 times before you run out of stamina. It turns out I guess I can't explain this. And so if you fall off the stairs with like very careful movement, you'll stand up, and then the game's like, oh, I guess I'll refill your stamina, and then it's just a matter of like you actually have to memorize how to move through the entire world. So I can't really help you there, but when you do it, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, so first relic we got was SP. This is defense. So that's like 2 down and 4 to go. We actually get to do a little bit of off-screen movement again. This one's even more precise. So let's see if I can do it. I'm going to just move my cursor right here. You see me moving my cursor sometimes. That's just so that later when I need to equip an item, I don't have to think about it. That one triggered a little late. Ah, okay.
Oh, we were close.
That's fine. You either end up on the pad or you end up where I ended up, so it's like coin flip, but that's okay. It's still a lot faster than walking up there, so I'll take it. We're actually going to move to the Forest Fortress and save here. So the reason we did the first relic is because it's right outside the gauntlet. The second one in West Garden is just like not near a warp at all. So we just take care of that one first. And then now that we've saved here, we have easy access warp to like all of the rest of them, which are all require warps to get to. Okay, out, out, out. There we go. Okay. Oh, look out! Nah, we're fine. No, they, for whatever reason, those stairs like confuse them, and they pretty much never hit you.
But really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It's pretty devious though, because people definitely freak out, and they're like, oh, and they fight them, and they take a long time. But as you can see, a lot of these areas you can just kind of like run through if you know what you're doing. Okay. So that's 3 down, 3 to go. I think that was HP. So normally when you become a ghost, you lose your upgrades. Well, we haven't really taken any upgrades other than attack, but that's kind of the benefit you would be getting at this point in the game, is if you had put a bunch of money and effort into upgrading defense or SP or something, you'd be getting those back as you've collected the relics. So we're heading to Dark East Forest now. And why don't you go ahead and explain what I'm about to do?
What you're about to do, there is a clip through a wall, I believe. They have to angle at the precise angle. You have to face the fox at like a very precise angle in order to like clip through this gate here, I believe. It's very precise.
First try.
Awesome.
Okay. Seriously, you have to have your stick like 80% north, 10% west, like, and you also have to be pushing against that bush. So if that bush gets destroyed, you just can't do it. Is that allowed and restricted? Is that a skip? I don't know. Did everybody do that before I started submitting runs? Yes. Would they all have to be invalidated? Yeah. Look, we're all human. Speedrunning just, sometimes it's weird, and you just gotta remember it's for fun and not take it too seriously. Okay, so we do a bunch of menuing in that death. We got 2 more relics. We're gonna warp to the library. We're actually gonna go in reverse. You cannot get to the atoll in the Dark World. So we start from the warp. If you remember, we didn't actually power this warp. We just like went right to the librarian and didn't power it, but the game has soft lock protection, because if you hadn't powered it, you would not be able to complete the game. So, okay. And I'm going to ask you to explain this.
You're going to ask me to explain it? Okay.
Yep.
So we're about to take on enemies. I believe they're called Beefy Boys?
Beef Boys.
Beef Boys, sorry.
It's the Beef Boys.
The Beef Boys. They're these 2 statues, I believe. And it's pretty precise what you have to do. To stand on the stairs and shoot him with your ice beam. And I believe to stay on the stairs because if you don't, your ice shot will reflect right back at you and freeze you.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll try from the other side. Okay,
Nice. But we have to defeat those two enemies in order to get to the next relic.
All right. Yeah, fun side effect from skipping the lantern is that in the dark world, most of the game is cast in the engine as like dark. Just like in Dark Tomb or in the Dark Cave. And so that means the game is just like, you can't target anything. So you can't target enemies, you can't aim any of your shots. So everything is just like a muscle memory. So if you want to learn this category sometime, there's no shame in going to get the lantern until you learn otherwise.
I still get the lantern in my runs.
All right. Also, the lantern looks cool.
It does.
Like, the lighting engine in this game is, like, really cool, so I don't blame you. The aesthetic is a big draw for me. Okay, so we're on our way to the last relic. We have to actually go through the overworld, through the mountain, down into the quarry, and then into the monastery. So we do have some time, maybe a final time for donations announcements.
We do have a little bit more here. We have $5 from King Samson. It says, couldn't miss the chance to donate for charity and the game that brought me to both Radicoon's and Biff the Moose's community.
Nice.
Thanks for being awesome. Good luck, Radicoon. Tonk!
Oh, I ran out. I try not to. It's okay. The movement through here with laurels is so crazy. Like, trying to get that precise is insane. Okay. So you see we have 2 firecrackers. I'm going to try my best to explain this as we're doing it, but we save both because we want to death warp with one, but we want to actually damage down with another right here. Now why do we do that? Because we want to create a gap between our current health and our total health so that as we take decay in the miasma, we've now put ourselves into peril range, that 20%, and we can combo this guy.
Poor enemies in the game. They never stand a chance.
So you have to create that gap. The previous routes would do that with like an exploding pot, but because we have just one extra grenade at that point, I always say grenade, bomb, firecracker, whatever you want to call it. This game tries to stay mysterious by not naming things. It's a problem for some of us. Okay. That's it. That's the relics.
And all we have left is the hair fight.
That's right. We just have to roll credits now. Okay. And instead of being all ghosty, now we're back to our custom colors. Let's go.
Nice.
Okay. One last warp. And I'm just going to let you explain this because I kind of don't want to mess this up.
Oh, sure. I got you. So basically, we're going to take on the final boss of the game, and Rad is going to use another pepper, which is going to increase his attack back up, and he is going to be in peril range again to do maximum damage. And also, he needs to use 1 mana berry in order to have enough magic to continually stun lock the air during the entire fight. But this fight is basically just ice shot, swing your sword twice, freeze him again.
That menuing is insane to learn. But I promise you, once you do, it's fine. Okay. So, yeah, it turns out when we get our attack relic back and we have 4 attack plus the pepper, which does actually combo once we have the attack relic, we're doing like 4 to 5 times as much damage as we would in any percent. So, it's kind of unfair. But it kind of feels good.
Nice.
So, you know.
And time will be coming up on the last hit here, too, in a second.
That's true. And time. Okay. All right.
Nice.
So that's a little slower than I'd want, but like for a marathon, I'll take it.
You did great.
That running around in West Garden, the death in Dark Tomb, yeah, I'll take it. That's good. If I had to die somewhere, that is the one place I would have been fine with. That save.
At least it wasn't the gauntlet.
Yes. Or the ziggurat, which was really close. Those administrators. Okay. Let me get my notes out here. Okay. Well, thank you, Biff.
Thank you.
It was a ton of fun. Seriously, I could not think of somebody better to commentate with me. That was so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you, Fastest First, for having me. This is like a dream come true. Like, honestly, it's amazing. Again, thank you to Andrew Schuldice and the TUNIC team for an amazing game and being just like so cool working with our speedrunning community and me specifically. I've gotten a chance at this point to like interview the developers and like talk to them occasionally. This ending screen that shows you the items that you've collected, I actually kind of like worked with them to design. So like, I don't know if those opportunities would have opened themselves if Fastest First had not let me like dive into this game in my first marathon a year ago. So that's crazy. Thank you to Ori for coming up with this run and like route and rule set to begin with. Thank you to the TUNIC community, both members that have been here for a while, Silent Destroyer, Chris, Glace, TGH, who set a really good time and took me forever to beat. So thank you. It was like a crazy time. Please don't come back, then beat it. We have some Japanese runners, Magic Lava and SCRB, who are always submitting new times. Hyken and Evander, who are having an event next weekend. We have Wind, who, let's say, beat a time I didn't think I would ever lose in any percent restricted, which is like the first 3/5 of this run. Tippy, who came in and just like demolished 100%. And then we have a bunch of new runners, Sep, Javer, Keatsuke, Aaron, Toast, and Saren, who is also a part of the Fastest First community, who like really helped us grind out any percent restricted before we were all beaten by Wind. Our community is amazing. It's like half furries and half Celeste speedrunners. So like if you fit in any of those groups, you know, you'll find a good home there. And I just want to point out that like legit, if it had not been for Fastest First giving me the opportunity, my name would not be in those credits. So thanks to y'all, seriously. Like that is just a testament to how absolutely amazing this community is. I did not speedrun. This game came out a year and change ago, right? Like I haven't been running this for a decade. Anybody can do this. Just find a game you love, pick it up if you love the speedrun, devote to it, and you could do something like this. Like I was a complete noob, so and then obviously the developers are amazing for being so close with us. So oh gosh, what else? Yeah, so if you want to get involved, we have 15 main categories, 5 categories, 3 rule sets. So this is just one of 15. And then we have some miscellaneous categories, one of which is at most 3 minutes long, which you all donated for. So I will show it off now. There's an achievement in the game that says get the gun before the sword. And we were like, okay, but how fast can we get the gun? And it's a great, if you've never speedrun before or you just like want to try out this game or speedrunning in general, it's 3 minutes. It's not a huge commitment, but it teaches you to use live split, OBS to record, how to use speedrun.com to submit, and like you can just kind of like put all that to the side, develop some fluency there, and then see how far you want to take your speedrunning journey. So I encourage it. I have to pick one of these options and we have to watch this happen for a second, but then I'll quit out.
At least you can see the beautiful world again.
Yeah, so this game is a lot about secrets. Like, my run did show a lot of the world, but it didn't show a lot of the secrets. So please purchase this game. Please play it. Please enjoy it. There's much more, I guess, there are many more layers than we showed off. But the secrets, like, extend beyond the game, okay? I think you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah,
All the
hold on,
secrets go
one
so
second.
deep.
Yeah, one second.
Oh.
Okay. So, where's the camera? Here? Okay, yes.
Here.
So this is from Fangamer. It's basically a plush of the lure that we use to distract the enemies and everything. And you know, it's cute. It's got a sword. There's no shield because we don't get the shield in speedrun, so that makes sense. Yeah. And it's got a tag, and then like I don't know, it's got a tag somewhere in here that says like, oh, it's polyester, don't wash it. And I actually, when I first got this, I ran this through Google Translate to make sure it wasn't like a secret code or something.
Did you?
Yeah, and it just said like polyester over and over, and I'm like, okay, well I just got schooled. And then Silent messaged me like 5 minutes later, and he's like, dude, there's another tag.
Another hidden tag.
And if I can find it, and it has a code on it. It actually does have a code on it.
It's crazy.
And And unfortunately,
You want to hold it up to the camera?
yeah, fortunately or unfortunately, well, this is a secret. I don't want to spoil the code. No. Unfortunately or unfortunately, if you type this in at the beginning of a run and no major glitches or unrestricted rule set, you can save 2 seconds on your total run. So guess what every single person does at the beginning of their run now? It is 29 inputs. Okay, so yeah, gun percent. We're going to go get the gun as fast as possible, except this time I'm not playing restricted, so I'm allowed to do anything, okay? Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, countdown. I'm going to mess this code up. There's like 0 chance I do this first try, but we'll give it my best shot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, first try. What do you take him?
Okay, so that lets you start running literally like 2 to 3 seconds early. That's it. Whenever that like animation finishes, it like wakes you up and you can continue. So it sounds like something Andrew would do to play a joke on us, and I wholly approve. It's like amazing. So we're getting the stick again. I don't know if I even want to ask you to explain why we're getting the stick.
I can try to explain why. We are about to attempt a glitch that's very useful in the unrestricted categories called ladder storage. And basically, if you hop on a ladder while also rolling and swinging your sword at the same time, let's see if I can get it really quick.
Yeah, let's go.
You can basically fly. You can go wherever you want to go as long as you're on the same horizontal level, and we can basically just run right into the quarry, no problem.
Yeah, it's like, why do you even need to play the game at this point? So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, when you go through a load zone, the game's like, oh, I'll put you back on the ladder, and there he goes.
Just ascend.
Yeah, so what's happening is like when you swing the stick, the game's like, well, I'll go ahead and cue the ladder animation when the stick's done, and if you roll out of it, then the game's like, well, okay, I'll wait till you stop running, and then I'll put you on the ladder. And then so if you never stop running, he just goes. So anyway, anytime you cross a load zone, you actually have to save and quit and continue, or you get locked into a ladder state. So we don't need to pray anymore. We have the power of major glitches on our side. Yeah, and this is defined as major glitch. So actually, this was found shortly after the speedrun patch went live last September, and it was I think you can see why it was powerful enough for us to consider moving it to its own category. So we made unrestricted, which lets you do this glitch, upgrade stealing, which I won't explain, but it's cool. It's as cool as it sounds. And what's the other one? Wrong warp. Yeah.
Oh, we love wrong warps.
Yeah, you can do those 3 things in this category, but you still have no major glitches if you want to like avoid this. Okay, we'll try one more time. Okay. Anyway, so there's another way to get out of ladder storage, and it's to take damage. Yeah, this is the scary part. So we have to open this chest, but here are the snipers.
Nice.
Time.
And there you go.
See, I always try to equip the gun, but they're too fast for me, so. Anyway, that's Tunic. You have anything else you want to say, Viv?
I guess I just want to say thanks for having me, and just thank you for all you've done for the Tunic speedrunning community. You're basically the heart of the community. I don't think I would be.
That's scary.
I don't think I would be speedrunning this game still if it weren't for you. You've just done so much. You've made guides. You've been so helpful. Like just advice here and there. So thank you so much for all you've done.
Thank you. This guy, he's being modest, but he ran any percent restricted, which is like the first 3/5 of the run that I did earlier, just to like prepare for this and submitted a time, and he's already like 90% of the way there. It's crazy. So shout outs to Biff as well.
Thank you.
And one more thing, I promise. I'm talking a lot, I know. I'm about to be followed up by Dangers and Mario Odyssey. You cannot miss that. If you enjoyed this run at all, like, I cannot believe I'm even on the same stage. Yeah, so, like, I don't. There's like a line you can draw between Tunic, Fastest Furs, and Dangers, and like I would not be here if all those things didn't happen the way they did. So I feel very lucky. So thank you so much. All right, I'm out.